So, this is the first topic we are discussing today, Citizen Charter. We'll go with a definition. It is a written agreement or undertaking. So this is the first point you need to know with regards to a citizen charter. It is a written agreement or undertaking. Between whom? That is what we have to say in the next point. That is between a public service provider or an organization, and who is the second party who is involved in the citizen charter? And the citizens or the beneficiary. So we just said it is a written agreement or undertaking between whom? A public service provider organization and the citizens and beneficiary. But what exactly are they talking about? We said it's a written agreement between these two between these two people or between these two agencies. Who's the third? On what are they having this agreement on? That is the most important part of it. Which provides a set of standards of service. So, a citizen charter, it is a written agreement or undertaking between a public service provider or an organization and the citizens or the beneficiary, which provides a set of standards of service. That is the definition of citizen charter. Again, understand, written agreement between public service provider, citizen, and it provides sets of standards of service. So this is the definition of citizen charter. We'll be understand that the citizen charter is an agreement made by the government and the people, where the details in the charter will say what are the services offered by them. For example, if you go to a police station, which is something which is present in almost every taluk or village. You go to a police station, there should be a citizen charter saying what are the grievances or what are the services offered over there. Or if you go to a registrar office or if you go to a tahsildar's office, there will be a board which is the citizen charter, which says what are the services offered, at what time will these services be given to you, what is the quality in which you can expect the service, and if you don't get the service, whom can you go and approach for your grievance. That is the citizen charter. You look at a bank, the bank will have a citizen charter saying that these are the services we are offering to you. You can get this at so and so places. You will get this done within the so and so time, and if you have any issues, you can please contact this so and so person, the banking ombudsman or whatever. So looking at this, we can say that the citizen charter is essential because it's an agreement between the public service provider and the citizen, and it's based upon the set of standards of service. So I gave you an example of this. Before going more into that, let's look at the features of citizen charter. So looking at it, I'll just write down the major points of a citizen charter so that it's easy for those who are writing, they can just understand what is being written. So the features of the citizen charter. One important feature of the citizen charter is there's people's participation in it. That is, there is a role of a citizen in writing this charter. The citizen determines what are the services needed and it is meant for the citizen. So there is people's participation. Second thing, one important feature of the citizen charter is it's time bound. It mentions the time needed for a person or a citizen or a beneficiary to access these kind of services or get these kind of benefits required from the organization. So the time is mentioned, and since the time is mentioned transparently, it makes sure that it is time bound. Public display. This charter is supposed to be displayed in public so the citizens can view it and inquire about it. So there should be a public display of it, and that is one important feature of the citizen charter. Another feature of the citizen charter is the grievance redressal mechanism. In case if some service does not work out, in case some service does not happen, that grievance can be addressed. That grievance can be addressed. You just have to look at the charter, see who is the person or who is the official who is to be dealt with it, and through that person the grievance redressal mechanism works. So that is one important feature of the another important feature of the citizen charter. Feedback and revision. The citizen charter is not a static document. It's not something that always changes. With new services being provided, it will be added to the citizen charter, and based upon the feedback of the people, the citizen charter will be modified. So feedback and revision of the citizen charter is also one important feature of it. Another thing, capacity building. The citizen charter will tell the officials or tell the citizens or who are the people who are involved in this and what is the time in which they'll be working. Looking at this, the officials themselves will understand that they are supposed to give a document or they are supposed to provide something within the specified time. So in case if the officials feel that they do not have the time to provide this or they do not have the necessary documents on time, they will try to improve the capacity themselves. Or if that information is passed above, there will be training given to the officials so that they can perform better. Automatically capacity building comes. So one important feature of citizen charter is capacity building. Another thing is quality of service. Citizen charter does not only gives you the time bound limit on how long you should get the service or how fast you should get the service. It also talks about the quality of service which you should receive. It should not be something which the service you obtain, it should not be something subpar, it should not be something very useless or very poor. It should be something of quality, and it mentions the quality which the citizen charter is supposed to provide. So when the citizen charter talks about the quality of service, if the citizen who is availing the service feels that it is not up to the par of the quality mentioned in the charter, he or she can use the grievance redressal mechanism to say that, see, you said I'll get a service of quality this, but I did not get this quality. I will have a grievance. They can go through the grievance redressal mechanism. There will be an official mention who they can go for. They can meet him, talk to him, tell him this is the problem, and they will be rectified. That grievance will be addressed. That is the idea behind the quality of service mandate of the citizen charter.